So, hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming and attending our live webinar. We are joined here today by Sarah Van Dusen of High Level Marketing. She is a Google expert as well as does some social media stuff on the side. Not on the side, it is part of her business, but she is here today to talk to us a little bit more specifically about Google and how you can use Google to be more effective for your business and the importance of having a Google page. So before I fully let Sarah take over, I just want to say congratulations to Sarah again, because she is
Oh,
um, part of our, she's been a part of our team, and she's been a huge help to us, and that's why we wanted to share her knowledge with all of you. So Sarah,
oh,
I'm going to hand it over to you now.
oh, thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate that. It's been a pleasure to help you and to help Maxwell Devonshire Realty to move up in the ranks. I'm just very pleased about the results from your campaign. So I am very happy to share it with everybody else. Let me just share my screen here so you guys can see my presentation. Right. Fantastic. So, as you mentioned, I am the marketing director of High Level Marketing. I specialize in SEO, search engine optimization, along with Google, and we do social media posting and management, as well as training sessions like this one, just to help educate people about what they can be doing to have a better presence online and to be seen by their customers and potential customers. So, I'm Sarah, formerly Sarah Van Marketing. I'm the marketing director of High Level. I have a business management diploma, business marketing diploma. I have 17 years of marketing experience, now 18. I am a certified Google partner, SEO expert. I've been consulted by the Canadian Senate on Google and the right to be forgotten. I'm a website designer. I'm a partner and an artist, writing a book, and I'm also a mom with another little one on the way here. So very exciting. This is my partner, Chris, that I work with. He is the creative director for High Level. And together we just make beautiful marketing pieces for people, everything from branding and logo design to fully functioning websites and e-commerce. Everything is built with SEO right in from the start because that's how we like to do it. We like to make sure that you're seen online. All right.
And Sarah,
So
before you continue too far, can you, for those that don't know, what does SEO actually stand for and mean?
okay, so SEO is search engine optimization. So when you are looking for something that you need, like a product or a service, you're doing a search for it on Google, right? There's billions and billions of searches on Google every single day, and they're coming up with search results based upon an algorithm that Google decides on, which it is going through basically every single page. It has web colors that go through every single page of every single website on the internet. So what it's looking for is it's looking for keywords and search terms that are similar to those that are being searched. So when you're looking for something like Edmonton Realtor or Edmonton Homes for Sale or buying a home in Edmonton, Google will then match you with what it thinks is the relevant search results. So you'll get what's called a SERP, or search engine results page. So that will show you all of the most recent or relevant searches that Google thinks um, are pertinent to your search, but also show you a few ads, right? So Google Ads is something else where you're basically buying those keywords and you're being put into those places just by purchasing them. Now this can get expensive, especially because these search terms can fluctuate in price, and something like Edmonton Homes for Sale can be quite pricey. So it's better to put the work in and do your keywords and your search engine optimization so that you're seen naturally and organically. After you build a good organic presence and you have that base, then you can start building up your advertising on top of that to be seen even further. So does that answer your question?
Yeah, it sure does. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm trying to get to the #1 spot in 2020. When you're online, you need to make sure that you're online in the right spaces for your business. And you want to reach your customers from within a budget. So I already talked a little bit about what SEO is and how can you optimize these Google algorithms to make sure that you own that first page. What are the SEO trends for 2020? Let's get right into it. So search engines, all right? So your search engines result page, like I mentioned it, Google it. This is the main way that your customers search for your business or for products and businesses that match yours. Now, there's also Yahoo and Bing, which are less popular, but they're still search engines. If you have Internet Explorer still set as your search engine, sorry, as your web browser, you'll automatically have Bing as your search engine. So a lot of older people still are using Bing. But the most popular of them all is Google, right? You hear it all the time. I don't know, just Google it, find a way to figure it out. So when you're on Google and you own a business, there's this great product that's called Google My Business, all right? It has a little kind of shop front like this. It has the app, all right? Now, this is the first step that I always tell any client that I speak to, that this is the first step in our SEO strategy. We want to claim your Google My Business. We want to verify your Google My Business. And then we want to fill it out properly, okay? Being visible on Google is going to help your search engine optimization. So when people are searching for your business, you want the first result to be your Google My Business, your website, and then all of your social media, maybe some pertinent articles where people have written something nice about you. Maybe for Alex, a little bit about his handball association. Things like that, where they're relevant to your search results. Because if you are not taking up that whole first page of Google, your competition is going to be right there underneath you. So you want to make sure that people are seeing you first. Now, how can you do this? This is done with keywords. So Google is the best place to receive abundant and sustainable web traffic. Keyword research identifies those common words and phrases that people are typing in the engine. So by using these keywords, you can help Google to see, this is what my content is. This is what I'm about. You know, mention localization, mention the street that you live on, mention the neighborhoods that you work with. If you're a realtor and you want to focus on a certain section of Edmonton, then mention it. If you want to focus on a certain section of Calgary, then talk about it. You know, be specific. Innisfail, mention the neighborhoods that you're in, mention the streets that you're on. People are doing searches for houses in those specific neighborhoods. So when you're talking about them, your posts are more likely to be relevant and show up. Okay, so this is going to improve your chance at ranking. You know, we've done a lot of keyword research on the latest trends for realty searches in Alberta, and it's paying off. It's showing. So Google has posts to social media. This is Bronson. And you can post once a week to Google. You want an image and you want a call to action. So if you're throwing an event, have a link to your open house. If you're promoting a new location, have a link to your website page or your Google Maps page. If you're offering a new service, maybe you're getting into agricultural real estate, have a link to call now. Learn more about us. If you want to spread some holiday joy and just say, hey, you know, happy August long, you know, enjoy the weekend and camping, feel free to do so too. People like to see the person behind the machine. So a lot of your social media should be about who you are as a person, not just about your business and what services you offer. Now, Google messaging. This one is really cool because when people are looking for you on Google, if you've set up messaging, they can literally send you a message directly from Google after Googling you, right? You can insert a potential business welcome message like, hi, thank you for your interest in our realty services. Oops, sorry. And it's just another communication avenue. So when you're on the Google My Business app and you've downloaded it, you actually get these messages as a text message, okay? So this is a great way to connect directly with people who are interested in what you have to offer. It's a great way to engage with people looking at your Google My Business listing. And you know that Google's always watching engagement. So you're gonna raise your engagement, you're gonna be more visible. If you want to hide your phone number, maybe you aren't the only person associated with your business, or maybe you have an assistant or somebody who is an apprentice or an intern that's answering these messages, there's an app called the Allo, ALLO, where you can hide your phone number. So if it's not the direct phone number that you have associated with your business, they can message it to them, and it will not be visible to the customer, so that they're not calling back them, they're calling back your business. All right. And FAQs. So this is questions and answers. If you've ever been on Google My Business, maybe you're looking for a specific restaurant and you want to know if they have some food that's gluten-free, or you want to know if they have any dairy-free options or something like that, or do they take reservations? You can add those questions onto Google, or you can ask those questions. So it allows people to ask questions about your business and you can answer them. So for real estate, maybe they're going to be asking you a question about, like, where do you sell, and where can I sell a home with you? What areas do you work in? Do you go outside of Edmonton? Are you in Spruce Grove at all? Can you service people that are in Sherwood Park? I know you guys have a beautiful Sherwood Park office with Maxwell Devonshire Realty. So having these things readily available, these answers will help people to learn more about your business and have those questions answered immediately without having to ask you those questions. Now, Google searches. So this is your company discovery. So when people are looking for services like yours, so they're looking for a realtor, they're typing in realtor in my area, realtor near me, okay? So when you properly filled out the services that you offer, maybe things like free home evaluations, free market share evaluations, Edmonton-based Edmonton homes for sale. Now, when people are discovering you, so that's this whole big blue section here, that means that you're finding you just by looking for what you do. They're looking for just for a realtor. And then when they're this little green space here, that means that they're directly punching in Maxwell Devonshire Realty and finding you. They're finding you directly based upon your business name or your address, or sometimes you'll see a little yellow section, which isn't on this graph, but that's by brand awareness. So maybe they're searching just for Maxwell. They've seen all those Maxwell Realty signs everywhere on people's lawns, so they're looking for a Maxwell realtor. They know that it's going to work for them. All right, so your company discovery is based upon these service lists. And these allow you to categorize and list out all of your services so that people can potentially find you. You want to add localization tags. What that means is you want to add your area. So you want to say, hey, I'm in Edmonton, or I'm in Calgary, or I'm in Leduc, or I'm in Tofield, and let people know that that's the area that you're specializing in and that's where you're helping people. With me so far?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so that's everything that I have prepared for you guys today on Google. I mean, obviously there's a lot more that you can do with it. There's things like, Google can sell gift cards now. Google has short names where you can have a quick link that the customer is happy with you. You can send it to them and they can leave you a positive review. Google has localization tags. And as we mentioned earlier, there's all kinds of things you can do with Google Ads. So if you have any questions at all, or if you just want to connect, this is my social media, High Level YEG, or on Twitter, Sarah Van Marketing, still my old company. And you can email me at sarah@highlevelyeg.ca. But I'd love to connect if you have any questions, or reach out to Alex and he knows how to get a hold of me. But I'm very thrilled always just to answer any questions or talk about marketing. It's my passion, so I'm happy to do it.
Awesome. So we do have a couple questions from
Sure, please.
people watching. One is a Google My Business page or a Google My Business free?
So it is free. Basically, Google has created this service for you because it wants to know this information about your company, right? Google has all these searches that are going through, and the more relevant topics that it can provide, the better. So when it knows this information about your company, it makes Google look better, and it also allows them the opportunity to target you for advertising, for those Google ads that I mentioned. So as soon as you register with Google My Business, you might get something in the mail that says, hey, you just won a free $100 ad credit. And that's basically Google trying to get you on the hook. Now that you've got your information for your business, let's get you advertising with us. Let's have you start off with $100 for free, and then maybe you'll just keep paying and keep renewing these ads month after month.
Okay. We have another question here. So you were saying about that you could do social media posts through Google. Would
Yes,
there,
so go ahead.
so with that, so as a great realtor, a lot of times you have multiple listings of your own. Is there
Mhm.
any value in putting up your listings as a product on your Google business page? And if so, is there any value of putting up more than one per week?
So you can only post once per week, but I mean, you can put up houses that you have for sale. You can have a link to your MLS there in the website code instead of putting a link directly to your website. You can have a link to the MLS that's for that specific home. I haven't seen as high an engagement on posts about homes as there is about your service as a realtor or about you personally. The thing that people like to see is the person behind the brand. So those posts that have a picture of the realtor in it, maybe a picture of the realtor with a sold sign or shaking hands with the customer, talking about how they've helped that person in a specific area of town, those ones have a higher engagement and higher views than one that's just specific to this house is on MLS. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and a great garage. Those posts don't have as high as engagement, but feel free to do and whatever you like and experiment and post up different things. As I said, this is just another way of reaching your customers, and the more that you are posting, the higher your ranking is going to be.
Okay. This is a personal one. How does
Sure.
Google Analytics tag into or work with your social media posts? Because I know Google Analytics, you can track how many people are visiting your actual like true website and all that. But is there a way to then also track, and how would you install it?
Okay, so Google Analytics is another Google product. So they're different. Like Google My Business is like Facebook, and Google Analytics is like Instagram. They're both owned by the same company, but they're different products. So Google does like Google My Business does offer an insights portion, so you can see certain rankings on your search results for what people are looking for you, your map results for which people are asking for directions to your business, and what activity do you have on your Google My Business page. So how many people are clicking on your website or calling you, and then what times of the day are they calling you, and what days are they calling you. And for the map requests, they will actually even tell you what postal codes are looking for you and which postal codes are asking for directions to your location, which really helps if you want to do some geopost mailouts. Maybe you want to send out little mailers that say, hey, there's a house in your area. You can send those directly to those postal codes because you have them. These are my most popular postal codes. So for Google Analytics, it is like a supercharged steroids version of the small little insights that you're going to get from Google My Business. Like when you have Google My Business set up, you link it to your website. So you get a little tracking code from Google Analytics that you put into your website, and that gets mirrored to each page of your website. So you can see which pages are the most popular pages on your website, and then where's that web traffic coming from. And it'll tell you, is this web traffic coming from a social media post? Did it come from YouTube today? Did it come from Twitter? Was somebody reading my post on Facebook and they saw this event and then they clicked on it and now they're on my website? And it will tell you, were they doing a search result for you on Google My Business, but it will just give you those popular search terms. So it'll give you, here's the 10 most popular search terms that were used to find your business. This is how many people, like what the percentage of people were that were using those search terms. So you can target those in the future. So when you're writing your posts, you're writing your descriptions, you can use those search terms in it. And then even when you're writing your content on your website, hey, these were the things that were really popular that led people to my website. I should be mentioning this more because Google is reading every single page of your website, even if your clients aren't. I know a lot of people tell me, oh, I don't need to have that much content. I don't need to write that much on my website, but you need at least 300 words per page because Google is looking for that longer content and it's going to read every single word.
Huh.
Yeah.
This all sounds super complicated, so I'm guessing there is a service that you provide that you can help manage this for all of what you just described.
Yeah, so we do help with optimizing your Google page. We help with setting up your Google Analytics. We help with writing content for your website, basically whatever services you need. And even if you just need some training on it, we do training and support and help people that way. I mean, you can't know everything. And I know as a realtor, there's a lot of pressure on you to, you have to know this and you have to know that and you have to be marketing yourself and you have to know all about webs and you have to know all about social media and you have to be posting when really all you want to do is help people buy and sell houses. So kind of take off some of that pressure off yourself and let somebody else do it, or get the training so that you know what you're doing so you don't get frustrated.
Right, so you also help actively manage, not just set it up.
Yeah, so we'll manage it for you. We can post weekly for you. We'll design beautiful posts and we'll write the content and we'll put those up for you. We can do that monthly, or we can just kind of help you to get started so that you kind of get your page optimized and fully fluffed out so that people are able to find you. And you can post by yourself from there, or you can have us help you to post. We do that for social media as well. We'll help you set up your social media and then we can train you on how to post, or we can post for you. It's just one of the great services that we offer to help people.
Nice. Oh, I got one more question here, and I think we still have time for it.
Sure.
So the question is on the messaging part of Google. How does that actually work? So do you have to have the app downloaded on your phone, or by just being part of it and having your phone number, that's what then will send you the message for you to be able to text back to Google through your phone?
So when you will have Google My Business set up, it gives you the option, do I want to enable messaging? Do I want people to be able to send me messages off of Google? You don't have to have that if you don't want to, but you can set it up. It's just a little quick, hey, this is how I want people to be able to message me or to be able to contact me. I want them to be able to message me through Google. If you don't have the app installed on your phone, you're not going to get those messages. You will get them when you log into Google My Business. So what I like to do is I like to make sure that I have the app on my phone so that I'm able to constantly be aware of what messages are coming in. Another great thing that you can do is you can link, maybe you have a Google Calendar where you have your availability on it. So if people want to say book a viewing with you, you can get a little Calendly link, put that onto Google My Business with booking. And then when people send you a message like, hey, I'm interested in booking a session with you, I'd love to learn more, you can literally just send them your calendar right through Google Messaging, link them through your Google Booking, and they can pick a time and date that works for them rather than going back and forth. Well, how about Thursday? Well, how about 7 to 9? How about next Tuesday? It kind of really helps to simplify things for you.
Cool.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, I think that's all of our questions for the day. So
Awesome.
thank you so much for joining us. Again, this is Sarah Van Dusen with High Level Marketing. She is a Google certified expert, as well as has a whole team that helps with overall social media posting, managing, and creation, and content. So if you do have any questions, Sarah, I'll let you share your screen, throw up your thing one last time just to show all the
Okay.
different ways that people can get in touch with you. And then that way, that's what we'll leave off. Is
Sure.
your contact information.
Yeah, and thank you so much for having me, Alex. I really appreciate it. It's been just such a pleasure to help you at Maxwell Devonshire Realty and to meet different realtors and to meet the people behind the brokerage as well. I just feel so honored that you brought me into your inner circle and let me kind of talk about Google and help everybody that you know. So that's always what I want to do. I just want to help people. I know not everybody has the biggest budget, and we work with budgets of every size. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Okay, thanks so much, Sarah, and thanks everyone for watching. This will be saved on Facebook and our YouTube channel at Maxwell Devonshire Realty. So if you want to see it again, have a watch and have a listen. Okay, bye guys.
Bye. Thank you.